There is a new pandemic sweeping the nation, but for this one, you will not need a mask. Wait, actually you might, as this terrifying virus presents itself in the form of teenage boys, and even in some terrifying cases, grown men, who will forcibly thrust their sweaty, meaty carcasses at you so they can show you their best bicep peak pose or their lat spreads. And when you reject them, they will then proceed to make a TikTok about you, saying how you broke their heart and now they have to train and only listen to Juice WRLD. That's their life now, yep. Of course, today we are talking about the weird and wonderful world that is, it's not actually that wonderful, I was just trying to be positive, the weird world that is gymcel culture. And you're probably thinking, hey, cow does lie, or cow, depends how well you know me. What makes you have the right to talk on this domain? Well, I've loved the gym for like 10 years, and because of that, I've done every type of gym type person. Not done, I've become every type of gym type person you can possibly imagine. I've been like the 15, 16-year-old, this one here, that just blasts biceps and abs every day because he thinks this will help me get girls. I've been like the Mary Thickmas Bulkasaurus Rex 6000 because I was like, this will help me get muscle mass. Newsflash, neither of them worked out to what I wanted them to. The first one, just no girls wanted me because I just made gym my whole personality, and in the second one, I was short of breath all the time, and I regret doing a dirty bulk. I will probably never dirty bulk ever again. But yeah, no, it's because of this, I've kind of spent a lot of time in the gym world, and I've just been around it, and I've seen all the different types of personalities and all the different types of ideologies, and I thought I would like to make a video weighing in on GYMCEL'S and, you know, how it happens, maybe some insight into that, and also just talk about them because it's a really interesting craze. But basically, GYMCEL'S, not to be confused with incels, although they are painfully close, just some smash gym and the others hide in their room, but both hate women. They both just hate women. But yes, typically when you think of GYMCEL'S, this is like the classic one. So this type of TikTok where it's like person training all alone and they look all mysterious and tough and cool, and it's all because one girl broke their heart. They got rejected once and thought, yeah, fuck society, I'm just gonna go spend all my time in the gym curling away the tears. Trust me, bro, the tears don't go away. You've got to face those demons at some point, and I will face them with my biceps. No, bro, stop, please, stop. You're not some cool, mysterious main character. You just stink because you're always in your gym clothes and it's all you talk about, and you eat too much tuna. Stop. So yeah, this is like one type of gymcel, and this is normally like the younger lads because they're like, they've just gotten into that mindset. They're like, if they get in good shape, then the girls will want them back again. Like, look at this comment section. This is a perfect example of just that young gymcel mindset. I want her to want me back so I can regret her. Yeah, turn Super Saiyan Rose. Why are these boys so emotional? Who hurt them? Well, we know one girl rejected them, but like, come on. This doesn't seem like a proportional response to now just be like, women bad, bicep curling cool, or whatever exercise you favor. But you can almost guarantee that in like 5 years time, these boys will regret this and they'll think it's so cringe. But because like I look back at myself back when I was like 16, 15 or whatever, and I think I was one of these very, very sensitive beings that displaced all my emotions into the gym instead of actually addressing them. Like, I remember when I was like 15 or 16, I wasn't very cool. Hard to tell, I know. And I got invited to my first party, and I remember the lead up to that party in those 3 weeks, I just spammed bicep curls and ab routines because I thought when I rock up to this party, which was in like a village hall, like a community hall, not like in like a proper party environment, the girls would totally dig me if they could see that I had biceps and abs, which, you know, you can totally get in 3 weeks. You could totally do that. So that was that. But instead of just being like, oh, okay, maybe they don't care about this, I just went further down that rabbit hole and I just trained. I was like, yeah, one day they'll like me. And then obviously I grew up and realized it's not that deep. They don't really care. There's boys in these comment sections spitting straight poetry. Remember the pain. Remember the promise they brought. Remember how they treated you. Remember how worthless, how they made you feel. Now turn your anger. Okay, I spoke too soon. That's not poetry. It doesn't actually really make sense, but I feel we can understand the overall theme of the message of like, if you get rejected, you're not the problem. Turn those feelings into rage and let it consume you. That's bad. That's how you develop like big issues down the line in life. Don't do that. Just talk to a friend. You probably need a hug. It's all gonna be okay, I promise. You can turn out to be a semi-functional human like myself, and don't you want that? But sadly, this type of gymcel, this young lad gymcel, isn't all completely harmless. Although the internet may say they're cringe, they're sadly not just doing this content because if they were, people would clown on them, yes, but there wouldn't actually be an issue. But sadly, they don't just do that because in this circle jerk where they're just like, yeah, we train so the girls regret ever turning us down. Lil bro, she just said no to going to pizza with you. No, we train because of this. No one will ever understand my feelings. Bro, you got rejected one time. No one will ever understand. Sadly, they're not doing this, and because they're all amassing online together and just like circle jerking essentially and just telling each other they're right and they're doing the right things by training instead of actually being aware and being honest with their emotions, they become quite toxic little goblins, and they act very emotionally online, and they do like to shit on women in the gym for some reason. You would have thought they would love them, you know, right up their street. Other people that are also spending lots of time in the gym, no, they hate that. They hate you for being a woman and being in the gym. Their domain, the domain of the gods. No, Clive. You got turned down one time. You can't be behaving like this. But look, this is some of the shit they get up to online, and it's so painful to watch. Like this video. Like, I just feel like this isn't a justified response whatsoever. Yes, you could argue the girl uploading a video being like, I lift more than guys is obnoxious and rude. But I would personally argue it's not really. I feel it's like a byproduct of just probably being a girl and seeing all this like toxic masculine gym culture online, just thinking it's so cringe. I'm just going to be like, I can shoulder press or whatever exercise you're doing more than a dude just to wind up these little gym cells. And you kind of just proved a point because you're clearly so emotional and you're so upset about this that you brought up periods, and this is not the own you think it is. Well done, big boy, you understand biology. You're so smart, aren't you? It's so cringe. But then the comment section will be like, me casually not smelling like fish every morning. Bro, have you ever spoken to a girl? I've never met a girl that smells like fish. Maybe if your mother worked in a fishmonger's, she would smell like fish. This is so like permanently online and just clearly just being in this environment, just hanging out with these toxic lads all day and like never actually talking to a girl and just being so scared ever since that one rejection you had that you're just standing in the squat rack bicep curling. Why would a girl wake up smelling like fish every day? What do you think, like at night time she turns into a fucking mermaid? This is not H2O, just add water, my guy. Me casually walking home alone safe at night, like this is actually like problematic. Like at the beginning we were just laughing and joking about like the emotional lads who are just clearly misdirecting their emotions instead of like actively addressing being upset or maybe their ego being hurt by being rejected. They've just channeled it into the gym and they've been like, yeah, now she will regret turning me down, when in reality we know she just won't. But they don't get that. But I feel like most young gym lads that go through that stage eventually learn like there's more to life, right? You know, you should have more strings to your bow, maybe have some hobbies or some opinions on things. But like this is where gym cell culture does get weird and just shitty. Casually walking home alone at night. What are you trying to suggest there, bro? That you're the problem? That you're like a predator? It's creepy. Stop. Me casually getting paid more for doing the same job. And you can just tell these are definitely teenage boys. I refuse to believe there are adults out there that will comment shit like this because it's so cringe. Like, how is your brain this undeveloped? Why is your brain so smooth? Why does it have no ridges? Can you just spit stupid sentences online because you know they provoke a reaction, or can you actually articulate something of credibility? To be fair, his name is Bruh and he's got a goose with a knife as his profile picture, so that kind of explains that one. All these clearly over emotional young men. The most emotional creature on the planet is teenage boys. They will get so butthurt about anything that threatens them, and they try to disguise it with like these, just saying these horrible outlandish things, but you know inside they're crying. You know at night they're crying into their pillow silently. Why are you so scared of facing your emotions? Go get a hug from your legal guardian or friends. You need to start off slow. Hug the Smith machine. Make a little step today. Change. I generally think like TikTok has amplified the effects of being a gym cell, or like made it way more potent and horrible, because I think when I was growing up, yes, like me and my friends all weightlifted because we thought it would help us get girls' attention, and you know we were so confident it would, like, you know, they'll love the fact that we've got veins in our arms, you know, and that we've got abs, when in like reality, yes. Does it get you some attention? Yes, kind of, in the sense that like it's a nice bonus, it's a nice visual aid. But then if they come up to you and you know you just stare at the ground, or then you just forcibly show your biceps, or just say, yeah, I gotta hit my macros today, so I brought my meal prep with me, and you bring your meal prep to the party or whatever, and it's all you talk about, they're not gonna be impressed. There's gotta be more to your life than eating tuna and banging gym. But I see how like me and lots of young lads fell into that trap of thinking gym would be, you know, this chick magnet, because when you're young you don't have like a career, or you just go to school or whatever, so like maybe being in shape will be the big clincher to getting attention, but it's really not. As you get older you realize it's just not that deep. It's a nice bonus, but that's all it is. It's just like, for me, for example, if someone said they like FNAF, I'd be like, that is so incredibly cool. What's your favorite character? My favorite character is Bonnie. Oh, your favorite character is Springtrap? That's a really, really weird choice. Yeah, but anyway, that's still cool that they like FNAF. But then if they went on some sort of like horrid ranted that was just totally immoral. I wouldn't look past it just because they like FNAF. I'd be like, no, that's weird. You're not a good person. It's kind of, that's how being in really good shape is to the world. It's a nice bonus, but it's not the be all and end all that these TikToks make it out to be like. These TikToks make it out to be like, you're not in the gym slaving away because Tina rejected you when you were 15. What are you doing with your life? But this isn't what real bodybuilding culture is or whatever. And I'm not saying I'm a bodybuilder, but like a few of my friends compete and it's like a large portion of their life. Like, you know, whether that be training multiple times a day or like they have to literally stick to the exact same meals. Even on the weekends, they can't have the treat days like when they're competing. They're not toxic like this at all. They've got very patient partners. They're very lucky in that sense, but they're not like crying in the corner, bicep curling or whatever, or just making toxic things online. They're really open-minded, sweet people. This is just this very juvenile mindset that like, instead of just confronting your emotions, you've got to do what you think is masculine, which in this case is throwing around heavy weights. And I think TikTok's definitely amplified that and made it way more toxic than what Gymcels probably were back in my days, which probably weren't really Gymcels, just more mindless, stupid gym bros that thought being in good shape was cool, which I'm not saying it isn't, but anyway, but like nowadays Gymcels, because of TikTok, have been able to like mass together and just get more and more toxic. And when they're not uploading the cringiest content in the world, which would be fine, people would just clown on them for that, they're actually being genuinely toxic and saying weird things. Like I've also once saw another video of this girl shoulder pressing some weight and the top comment or something was like, mass moves mass, clearly trying to make a stab at her body weight, which is just so cringe, bro. You thought the Gymcel would be gassed that there's an actual female in the gym lifting some serious weight. No, instead they'll rather shit on them, all because Wendy turned you down when you were 15. She didn't want to get pizza with you. Jokes on Wendy. You're not even allowed to eat pizza now because it don't fit your macros. Only tuna, chicken, and rice. Am I right, Playboy? That's a joke. If you thought I was actually high-fiving you, stop, I'm not. And the other type of Gymcel I've seen online is the actual grown-up Gymcels, and these blow my mind. The fact that there's grown men with fully developed brains that actually can think like this.
Going to the gym doesn't make you better than anyone else.
I feel like these are the ones that just couldn't let go. They couldn't accept their emotions. And now that online, you know, gone from doing the breakup videos to like glorifying steroids, thinking steroids are really cool. All because one girl turned you down when you were young, bro, or you got one heartbreak or whatever it is. You clearly felt all this anger, and instead of accepting it, you were just like, gonna get huge. And then when they still reject you, like, okay, I'm gonna take steroids. And then when they reject you from that, you just turn into this absolute gargoyle. And you know, you probably got back knee from all the steroids, probably got gyno because your body's producing so much estrogen and you didn't do your research, you just started banging steroids, and now you're having all these side effects, and then you just become this sick, twisted, like goblin overlord that just like, everyone tells you you're so cool online, but it's literally teenage boys. Teenage boys think you're cool, okay? And then in reality, you have no friends outside of that community because you're just so one-dimensional, and what adult should be that one-dimensional? Your whole life is injecting things into your ass, going to the gym, sweating profusely, and eating tuna. Such a slay. Injecting things into his ass is steroids. Wasn't making some sort of joke. Anyway, both sets of Gymcel are incredibly just cringe. The only way I could describe them, but they're not just cringe, they're actually really problematic. Like, you know, when they say the toxic things online and they're just mean to other people for not looking the way they do. It's just all just like, give that lad a hug and tell him it's gonna be all right. I don't know. And I know if a Gymcel's watching this and they're like, bro, it's this sub 200-pound boy telling me how to live my life. Kyle, you're 28, mate. Your best friend is someone you only have online and they're a teenage boy. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself. Hulk hurt. Hulk is going to use displacement and make TikTok about mean man who said I am doing wrong and say, remember how he hurt me. Now I'm going to chat. No, I'm not. You can't reject me like a girl and then use that for TikTok. That's not allowed. Okay, Kyle. Damn it. Cheeky so-and-so. Sorry, I'm not 200 pounds. I have been. I didn't enjoy it. I was a hot, sweaty mess. I once ran for a train and I was out of breath. I thought, yeah, never going to bulk like that again. But we digress. So these are like the two main factions in the Gymcel world. But luckily, like I said, most of these people grow out of it and just turn into fully functional, normal human beings, and they realize it's good to be in good shape, it's good to be healthy, it's good to, you know, train, it's good for your mind and whatever. It's good to, like, you know, teach yourself discipline and all these things. This is all good things. But, you know, it's not this like this magical like cheat code in life where like girls will love you, you'll get the job of your dreams, like you'll get like that IT job. Wow, look at his bicep peaks. Wow, look at his quadriceps. Wow, look at his lat spreads. Let's make him the chief of IT. Yeah, bro. John, what do we do? Someone's hacked into our database. Let me just flex away the viruses. No, bro, like this is real life. It literally means nothing in reality. Just do it for yourself if you want to. Come on, John. But luckily for John, he'll likely grow out of this and he'll be fine. And then I guess sadly there are some older incel Gymcel. Eesh. the final boss. And that's just sad, you know, they're clearly so hurt inside. Instead of just admitting it to themselves, they choose to just hate on anyone that doesn't look like them, anyone that is under 200 pounds. Am I right, bro? Sheesh, yeah, let's get him. Just make some of the most like cringe, unaware content in the world. Like have you seen this video? There's this guy that just rocks up to the gym in a freaking Halloween mask, and it's not even a bodybuilding gym, it's a normal commercial gym. And I don't even know why I said bodybuilding gym. If they saw this in a bodybuilding gym, they'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're here to better yourself, not like freaking like cosplay this weird anime villain or whatever. Like, just so lame, bro. It's so lame. Like, if I came into the gym at like 4 in the morning for like a weird nighttime set, and there's just this guy in the changing rooms like busting a hernia because he's tensing so hard in the mirror, shirtless with a Halloween mask on, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Are you about to try and skin me or something? You weird, creepy Don. And like, for normal people that don't go on the internet, this must be such an odd experience. Like, imagine like some middle-aged man just going to the gym and seeing this guy over in the squat rack with a Halloween mask on. You'd be so perplexed. You'd be like, what is the world coming to? Those darn youth, they're weird. I bet he went to work and he was like, Clive, I know you're not Clive, you're Funshine Bear, but Clive, there's a man in the gym wearing a Halloween mask making very loud noises. No, he's so cool. He's so higher level. Every girl that's ever rejected him regrets it so bad. They're so cool. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go get my Halloween mask. That's better, Bader. It's just such a bold choice. Maybe just do the Halloween mask poses at home. Like, maybe there is a gap. I'm not saying there's not a gap in the market for that content. It just seems like a very odd choice to do it in a gym. Wear a Halloween mask and train. Well, so surely it restricts your breathing. Unless you're doing it because it restricts your breathing, making training harder. Oh, I didn't see it like that. Yeah, maybe it is like a 200 IQ move, but it's probably not, is it? You've probably just gone so far down this like rabbit hole that you think like wearing a mask at the gym makes you this mysterious anime character. But in reality, any normal girl would just be like, what are you doing? Stop. John, who used to go to my local church, we grew up together. What are you doing? You just don't get me, Becky. I've ascended. I am that guy. You're not. Stop. None of us are main characters. We're all just awkward bags of flesh and body fluids trying to get through life. Don't make other people uncomfortable at the gym. Yeah, for a group that's so much about like channeling that anger and stuff and just being so gosh darn emotional about it all, they are really unaware. Like, when they do edits like this, when they have like little bro, you're never gonna be C-Bum, you're never gonna be Mr. Olympia. C-Bum didn't do this because some girl broke his heart at 15 or whatever. He did this because he wanted to be a bodybuilder. It's like, I bet C-Bum sees this stuff and he's like, oh my fucking god, this is so lame. And like, if you're getting into bodybuilding and you're taking performance enhancers just because a girl hurt you, you're gonna end up like one of the creepy Gymcels that I mentioned earlier, like the old lads that still carry this like teenage boy mindset. You don't want to be like that. Yes, of course, if you want to take performance enhancers and be an actual bodybuilder, fine, go do your thing. But that's like a complete different level of commitment to you like odd Gymcels that wear masks in the gym and scream really loudly. No reason. Yes, I'm not saying you can't grunt in the gym. If you're training to a failure, it's very tough. Even your boy Cal, I may even say a swear word, but not loudly so the whole gym can see. I might just say it to myself, or I may grunt. I'm not screaming. There's no need to scream and just make the whole experience about you when you're in a public place. Okay? Yeah? But Gymcels, what a wild bunch. And I do want to stress, if you're concerned that you're a Gymcel, or like, you know, or like maybe you were just like the level I was at when I was younger, that I thought the only way I could get girls' attention was if I got in good shape. Like, you're probably very young and you haven't had that much life experience yet. And as you get older, you'll quickly see that there are more to life than, you know, having 3D abs or like perfect bicep peaks, or did I mention my teardrop quadriceps, or have you seen my calf inserts? I'm joking. There's like more to life than this. Like, you know, having new experiences, going on holidays, your job, your career, all these things. There's so much more and fun things to life. Like, yes, you can still train. I'm not saying you can't train 5 or 6 times a week. That's you can still do that if you want to. Gym can still be a big part of your life, but there's just nothing wrong with the people that, you know, don't decide to train 5 or 6 times a week. There's no rule book for life, and you shouldn't shit on people just because they don't train. What I'm basically saying is there's multiple ways to live your life. You see this as you get older, and you know, you don't need to be so upset when like a girl makes a joke on the internet about being strong. Maybe just be like, yeah, nice lift. That's not you being a simp or a white knight. You're just being polite and nice. Not everything's a personal attack on you just because Wendy didn't go to the prom with you. Damn it, Wendy, why? My bicep peaks, Wendy. They were tearing out my suit. Why, Wendy? Why? I'm joking this a bit. And to you like older Gymcels, I don't know, lads. I don't know if I have good advice. We're probably like the same age, and you're probably looking at me being like, this high voice pimp squeak. How dare he enters my domain. I bet he can't even bench 100 kg and he's trained for years. How did you know? No, I'm joking. But seriously, I don't know. Like, maybe try a Sudoku, man. Like, maybe just try something else. You can still gym, still stab things in your ass even if you want to. You can do all of this, but just there's more to life. You know, life shouldn't be spent doing just one thing. Even those bodybuilders, even your boy C-Bum, your Lord and Savior, the King. Bro's got a wife. Bro goes on holiday sometimes. After he wins Olympia, he just takes time off and chills and lives like a human. Eats food. I think life is about experiencing lots of things, and I think you can tell if you're getting too addicted or too into one thing is when you have negative opinions about people that just don't live life like you do. It's odd. Don't be like that. Anyway, guys, can't wait to see the content you'll make in like 5 years time when you react to your Gymcel content. You're like, yeah, that was cringe. I can see why everyone was clowning on us, and I don't know why I was so mean to every girl that also exercised. Weird moves. Anyway, I'm sure you all still have lovely, functional, normal lives apart from you older Gymcels. Don't have good advice to you. Just hug a friend or something. Anyway, this has been your boy Cuddles Live, and if you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe in no particular order, but some sort of order. Don't know what that means. I just say it sporadically in some videos. I've enjoyed this ramble. I don't know if it's made sense. Hopefully you've inferred some good things about Gymcel culture. Basically, I think most of it you can grow out of. Anyway, we won't go back into that. I shall see you all in the next one. Okay, bye.